Now it's time for the data slide. Schedule is done. Let's make a plan for how we'll share data during presentations. So make the following decisions for your data slide. 1, link to data collection and graph generating tool. I'll talk a little bit more about that. 2, background color or image. 3, text location for a subtitle or normal text. And 4, images to reflect analysis. And that's up to you. Basically what I'm saying is if the data leads you to a conclusion that is positive, you could have like smiley faces and things like that. Or if it's kind of an unfortunate situation and kind of the data that's come across, you could have frowny faces, a very basic example. But of course you don't have to put any sort of icons there to reflect analysis. But it's good to kind of give people an overall idea of what the data is saying, excuse me, to kind of narrow down their interpretation of it. I find that many people have a hard time getting going if they're not kind of sure like what at all they're looking for. But anyway, so let's go ahead and update this. Now, I can just delete this because I know I'm alternating and I'm going back to this setup. And I'm going into data. So icebreaker question. To data analysis. Let's put an extra space there. So I would like to keep this here, right? But what we might end up needing to change is getting a Google Sheets icon. Google Sheets logo. There we go. And we're going to try to get it the same size. There it is. Nope. It's like I thought that was a little soon. There we go. Nope, still not the same. Excuse me. There it is. And we need to format, recolor. Nope. Yeah, I think that's the same one. Light 1, light 4. Interesting. Okay, so light 1, and very interesting to me. They're very different. I guess we have purple and green, so that's why. So at this point, we want to link some sort of data. And we would link it to Google Sheets. So let's see if I have any sheets. Sure. So this is not accessible, but this is the data that we could, just potentially we have a link here. So let's say that the data's here, the data analysis is here. And so we're going to, you can put it here, you can put it wherever you like. But we did put this one kind of there, which makes me feel that we should kind of have it in the same spot. So let's line it up there. I think that's good. And then we can line it up here. And I think that's a pretty good setup there. And then we can end up getting an area for graphs and things like that. And what you could do is just put a white rectangle. And this way you could expand out here. I'm gonna make it transparent. Oops. I want to make the outline transparent or white. And then you still have the same design, like you're still getting the same flavor from the shapes. And we can bring this forward. But you're not competing with the shapes anymore. Now you have this area blocked off for data for graphs. So let's just say, for example, let's get bar graphs. And we can imagine that this is I kind of want some prettier data. Professional graphs. Let's just use this. Graphs, JPEG. And so then we just insert image, upload from computer. Graphs. I don't even know what this is. So we could maybe put the image this way, maybe. And then we could like put this maybe further to the side, somewhere to the front. Just because maybe this is where you access the actual data. I don't know. Maybe we don't need this here. But then you could put a text box, maybe going through a little explanation of what the data is really saying. So, according to the data collected from the survey last month, we will be having chicken nuggets for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the next 3 years. All right, and then we just need to make this smaller. Well, this is strange because Google Slides had been doing automatic kerning. Okay, so it seems like Google Slides has its set fonts that it can do the automatic kerning and stuff for. And I have to get out of here. All right, and data. It's a little busy, but I don't think there's too much going on and you're maintaining your consistency. Okay, so I think that's good. I think it's good to block it off. You could even make it a little bit bigger if you wanted to, if you feel like that would serve you better. But I kind of like it the way it is right here. You could also put a stroke around this. Maybe you want to give it a black stroke to kind of set it off itself again. So again, data analysis is going to change depending on the graphs that you have. Just put down a white block of space to be able to maintain your use of the template design, but while also not overcomplicating the slide and creating too many distractions. But again, it's up to you. If you want, for the data analysis slide, you can change up what you have going on as far as the shapes so that you do make sure that it's not competing with the actual meaningful graphics that you're going to add for this slide. All right, so take the next 10 minutes, design your data analysis slide, and I will see you soon.